Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Today's recipe is going to be a classic breakfast dish from South India, which is the Upma Kozhukattai, and which is served along with a Puli Inji. Both of these are really simple to make, very tasty and delicious. Upma Kozhukattai is nothing but an upma which is made out of broken rice and then after that made into dumplings, which is like a kozhukattai, and then steamed in the idli steamer. And the Puli Inji is nothing but tamarind, which is simmered along with some green chilies and ginger and curry leaves, and along with some asafoetida and jaggery, and then made into a nice chutney-like consistency. So without wasting any time, let me just dive right in and show you how to make these two dishes, which are a classic combination. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to make the Puli Inji, and it's really simple. I'm going to be cooking it in a single pot, okay? And one of the most important ingredients is the gingerly oil, also known as the nalleണ്ണ, which is required for making the Puli Inji and giving it all the flavors, okay? And to this, I'm going to add in the mustard seeds and a few methi seeds, which is the fenugreek seeds. Allow it to crackle and roast for a few seconds. And once it crackles and roasts, turn the heat to low because I'm going to be adding the ginger and the green chilies, which is going to be very strong. So there's going to be lots of ginger. That's why it's called as Inji. Inji means ginger. And some green chilies, curry leaves. And I'm going to go ahead and add the tamarind water, which I've extracted. It is a single extract water and not double extract, so it's really thick and very tangy. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and add it in. And to this, I'm going to add in some red chili powder, turmeric powder, jaggery, and salt to taste. So I'm going to simmer this mixture for a good 15 to 20 minutes until it becomes nice and thick, and it'll become like a chutney-like consistency, almost like a saucy chutney, like a tamarind chutney. So that's how I want it to be. So I'm going to allow it to simmer and thicken. Now halfway through the simmering process, I'm going to be adding the hing, perungayam, or the asafoetida, which is also going to add into a great taste to the Puli Inji, okay? One last ingredient that I'm going to add is the sambar powder, and I like to add it while it is simmering, halfway through the simmering process. And this adds a lot of taste and flavor, and this is like how my mother does it, adds in that extra sambar powder, because sambar powder has in the other ingredients like the dals, which gives it that consistency and helps it to thicken, and also the taste as well. Okay, so now I'm going to keep this to the side and allow it to simmer until it becomes like a nice chutney-like consistency. In the meanwhile, I'm going to show you how to make the Upma Kozhukattai. So to begin making the Upma Kozhukattai, I'm going to be making it in the pressure cooker because rice takes a little while to cook, the broken rice, unlike the suji. So cooking it in the pressure cooker will quicken the process. So everything goes right into the pressure cooker. Again, sesame oil, also known as the nalleണ്ണ or the gingerly oil, is extremely important for making this. Just going to go ahead and add in the oil. And we'll add in the mustard seeds, allow it to crackle. We'll add in the urad dal and allow it to roast and become golden brown. And once the urad dal becomes golden brown, ensure you roast it on low heat. We'll add in the remaining ingredients. So now that the dal is golden brown, I'm going to add in the curry leaves that is finely chopped, ginger, green chilies, freshly grated coconut, and the broken rice. And finally some salt to taste. We'll give this a mix and roast it for a couple of seconds on the pan along with all the tadka, and so that the rice gets its flavors. Great, so now that the rice is roasted, I'm just going to go ahead and add in the water. So now that I've added the water, I'm going to go ahead and add in my hing or the perungayam, which adds in a great taste and flavor. I'm going to add 3 to 4 pinches, and that's it. So now that I've added it, I'm going to give it a stir and then pressure cook it for about 3 to 4 whistles and turn off the heat. And I'll allow the pressure to release naturally after you turn off the heat, and once the pressure releases naturally, we'll make the kozhukattais out of it. So notice that it's been simmering for about good 10 to 12 minutes and it's thickened and it's just perfect. and I gave it a taste as well, and the taste was absolutely delicious. At this stage, I'm going to turn off the heat and allow it to be so thick, and it should be a lightly pouring consistency, like a sauce, thick sauce. And once this is done, turn off the heat because it will thicken as it rests as well. So I waited for the pressure to release completely, and I'm ready to open the upma. Okay, great. And most of the water is absorbed, and that's what you want. And I'm just going to turn it around, and my next step is to give this a stir and allow it to cool a little bit. And then after it cools just a little bit, you're going to hold it together, grease your palms, hold it, and make small kuzhakattais and put it in the steamer for cooking. Okay, so I'm just going to do that in just a bit, about 5 minutes. We'll allow it to cool, and then we'll put it in the steamer. So it's almost cool and it's still warm. At this stage, I'm going to go ahead and grease my fingers with a little bit of sesame oil, so it's easier to become, so put the kuzhakattai together. So I'm going to take a small portion of the upma and then shape it into round ovals. And then place it in my idli stand. So I'm just going to go ahead and shape all of this and then put it into my idli stand, and then we'll steam it for about 10 minutes on high heat. So now that I've made all these kuzhakattais, I'm ready to put it in my steamer and steam it for about 7 to 10 minutes. And once it's done, I'll be ready to serve this entire upma kuzhakattai along with the Puli Inji as well. So let me just do that. So the kuzhakattais have been steaming for about 10 minutes, and they look done. As soon as you notice there is a shine on top of the kuzhakattai and it's got a glaze from the moisture, then turn off the heat, okay? And allow it to cool for about a couple of minutes before you serve them. So I hope you enjoyed watching the recipe of how to make the upma kuzhakattai along with the Puli Inji. It's simple, quick, and wholesome and delicious. Do give this a try, and when you do, don't forget to share your feedback in the comments below, because like always, I'll be looking to hear back from you. Until then, until next time, happy cooking and healthy eating.